Thank you very much. I'm going to speak as a young person who not only speaks to the issues of governance in my country and in our continent, Africa, but also as a young person who got to active politics, the murky politics of Kenya, with an understanding that as young people, we don't just need to be left out on the streets, but also to get to these positions and try to influence change from within the corridors of power. In my engagements at this Forum 2000, one question today in one of our African sessions was raised, and that was, is democracy safe in the hands of the youth? And this was preceded by research by Afrobarometer that said that we can see the young people in the continent, my continent, for example, are starting to have this excitement over military governments, something they have never experienced before, but have an excitement towards it. But this is simply because the civilian governments are not serving their interests. And I will take you back to the Kenyan demonstration in the 2024 fight against finance bill, is that the taxation was just a trigger, but the things that they were discussing on the streets was all about we pay taxes, but our leaders are flaunting, our leaders are living lavishly while we languish in poverty. It was just about governance. We're not feeling as if we are getting served by the same civilian government. And this also reminds me that Afrobarometer shared that many citizens in the African continent say that they don't mind paying taxes as long as the taxes work for them. So this really means that the rage and the mindset that we have of young people going to the streets, radical, they don't know what they want, they're just shouting and everything, is not true. The youth space that we have, and like in Kenya, the Gen Z movement has been infiltrated by a political class that really still don't care about addressing the issues of the young people, the issues of the country. But then that brings us to how do we change, how do we turn this passion, this courage that young people across the world are showing into something meaningful. In Kenya, for example, the project that is called Manifesto Yetu. Manifesto Yetu is a Swahili word for our manifesto that brings the young people into meaningful spaces to discuss the issues affecting them in a meaningful way, for those issues to be mainstream in the key decision-making places and also allow for them to become the leaders that they want to see in the world. And another example is the Democratic Solidarity Africa, a program of Forum 2000 that does not separate young people, civil society, politicians. It brings all of us together to agree, to disagree, and come to a common understanding on what we really need to do to make things right.
Thank you very much.